Welcome to Daily Tax Minute. This is Tony Novak here to share a few points on how to stay out of tax trouble. Today's topic is QuickBooks Live Assist, and they use the term live bookkeeping as well. So there are two add-on services to QuickBooks to help uh, prepare records and make taxes easier. So before we dive into that, why are we even talking about QuickBooks? It's because in the micro business market, the small business market, the market that I deal with uh, almost exclusively, uh, Intuit QuickBooks has up to an 85% market share. I can only recall very few people in all the years I've been in practice where people told me they were using something else, FreshBooks, Sage, something else, but very, very rarely. I can count them on fingers of one hand, and that's over decades of practice. So, in the small micro business, for-profit and nonprofit, QuickBooks is the overwhelmingly popular accounting system. Not saying they're the best. I'm just saying they're overwhelmingly popular, and that's why we're talking about it. So, having set that stage, so you subscribe to a QuickBooks service. You pay them a monthly fee. By the way, it used to be you purchased the software and put it on your desktop. That's no longer the case. They're phasing that out. Just about done with that phase out. So it's all subscription now, online, and we're not going to talk about the difference and pros and cons there. That's a hot topic in itself. But anyway, once you have that service, you can buy two others. One is simply a callback service. That is, if you have a question, a problem, don't understand something, don't know how to do something, you put in a request for a call. They call you back during business hours, Monday to Friday. It's Pacific Coast, West Coast business hours, and you get a call back, not a dedicated person, but a qualified person, and you can get your questions answered. Those include topics related to the software. They do not include tax planning and peripheral things like payroll and things outside of the core QuickBooks. So that's the drawback. But the service does get good reviews. I like to think that I'm old enough to think that that type of service was included in the purchase price of products and services, but that's no longer the case. It is an add-on that you pay for monthly. The other one, which is getting more attention, is what they're called virtual bookkeeping. And what that means, and the reason I'm doing this recording today is someone asked me, is it a good deal? So we'll talk about that in a second. So first of all, what it is it takes your bank transactions, doesn't take your pile of receipts or notes that you made while driving around. It takes your bank transactions, imports them into QuickBooks, categorizes them, tries to automate that process, and we'll talk to you if there's any corrections or adjustments that need to be made if that's not going well. Both services have pretty good reviews. The automated virtual bookkeeping starts at $300 a month, and it goes up to I think $700 a month. And it's important to know that the first month is substantially more, possibly, I think I heard up to $2,500 more for the first month, because the first month includes a cleanup, which is the most important thing in any bookkeeping system, getting off to the right foot, getting the chart of accounts set up, and making it ready to move forward. That is always the most difficult and expensive part. So the question then is, we know what it is now. Is it a good deal? Well, I hope everybody watching this knows my answer. I always prefer using a local or even virtual online private person that you know is in business for themselves and has a relationship and building their own business and has the same concerns of maintaining relationships as you do. And that's almost always. But price-wise, from what I can tell, every bookkeeper that I've talked with and worked with that has a private practice is cost competitive with the QuickBooks service. So in other words, if we thought we were going to get some kind of discounted rate through QuickBooks because they're using offshore bookkeepers and paying them pennies, well, that does not appear to be the case. It appears to be about the same price as what I hear from every other bookkeeper, that $300 to $700, depending on volume. So that's about the same. Are there any options, or are there anything better? Well, I would say that a general accounting agreement should include your software import and setup. However, the big thing that I see in small businesses is that none of this is going to cover everything. And the most important thing, the things that I find are, what about the cash transactions? What about the transactions that were business transactions, but you paid them with your personal credit card? And how do we deal with that? And what about things that are using your business, your automobile, your home office? This home is partly business and partly personal, and or same thing with your auto and travel. How do we deal with all of that? That's where you really need to get a live professional person on a one-on-one basis to get things set up and get things straight. So that's my 2 bits on QuickBooks and QuickBooks Live. I would love to hear your comments and feedback. I'm easy to reach on social media through the comment section where you're seeing this, or reach out to me one-on-one. I'm easy to reach at taxproblems.cpa. I'll be back tomorrow with another Tax Minute.